Welcome, I'm Derp247, and today we'll be looking at a brand new competitor to the game World of Tanks, which I play very frequently, called Armored Warfare. This is a game made by Obsidian Gaming, and they're a pretty big gaming company, so this is gonna be a good game when they're made by a company as big as them. So I'm gonna start comparing the two games, obviously Armored Warfare and World of Tanks, and share the differences, what I think is better, what I think is worse. And I'm just going to run you through all that. So right off the bat, we're going to see the garage. This is the garage. It has all your tanks at the bottom. I have the M113, PT76, LAV150, Leopard 1, and M60. And as you can see, obviously, the garage slots are in the exact same spot as they were. They have consumables, which are very similar to the ones in World of Tanks. Repair kit, first aid kit, fire extinguisher, auto fire extinguisher, food for your crew. And just you're going to see a lot of kind of copy and paste for a lot of this game, but I guess if it's not broken, don't fix it, because obviously World of Tanks is a very popular game. So this is the American tank, the M60, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the tech tree, which is called dealers. You have garage, which you start in, upgrades, and then dealers. And right here, you will see you have two choices, Waterfly and Shishkin. And I'm just going to go, I'm in the Wolfley line, so I'm going to show you and read it. Think the next. Sophie Wolfley's motto is a reflection of her time spent as a diplomat, where she learned that a good strategy is key to victory. And then the Shishkin, strength through endurance. Marat Shishkin's motto is exemplified by his company's focus on defense and firepower. So I have gone down the Wolfley line, and the only reason I've done that is because of these little tanks right here. The M1, the M1A1, the M1A2, and that's really the only reason I went down this line, because I'm American and I want to use an M1A2. So that's why I went down this line. These are more mobile, more lightly armored tanks, and then the Shishkin ones, as you can see over here, are more heavily armored and have bigger guns, but are slower. So this tech tree is very different from the one in World of Tanks, although it kind of has the same principle. Basically, you start with your tier 1, and the first thing you'll see different is that you do not have every single tank type. You don't have Leopard variant, American, BMP, Recon, wheel destroyers, and SPGs right off the bat at tier 2. You have to work through another tier to get to all the kind of specials. It says you have to go to the Patent 48 or the LAV150, and then you get to all the kind of specials. You can go Leopard variant, American, BMP, or Recon, or wheel destroyers. And then you have to go to tier 4 to get to the precision SPGs. There are, I believe, 8 tiers as of right now. This is in the early access. So there are 8 tiers currently. Not as many as, obviously, the 10 that World of Tanks has, but still very similar indeed. They have premium vehicles, of course, just like any free game would have. This game is free. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it is free. So, that's just another reason you should get it, because it's free. And free is always good. But anyway, you do progress down this tree pretty quickly. I am already at tier 3, which is basically like a tier 4 kind of in World of Tanks, just because there's 2 tiers less. So it's probably like a tier 4 in World of Tanks. And I've done that in probably 10 battles. And honestly, I could get pretty close to... I'm pretty close to, the tier 4. So, here you have the money. Which is just money, I guess. You have kind of free experience, global reputation, and then you have renowned status, which is just kind of the same thing. So let's go back to the garage, and you'll see the upgrade. This is just modules, just like in World of Tanks. You have different armor, you have different shells, you have different engines, technology, and then proven, which is just like, I guess, gives you a credit bonus. But anyway, let's go to, obviously, oh yeah, right here, battle and mission. Something that World of Tanks does not have is mission. This is player versus AI. So you go into this and you can, I think it's co-op or single, and you just play AI in kind of mission-based scenarios. And in battle, it's just like World of Tanks, player versus player. And then you have your base. You will upgrade this, and it will look cooler than just the garage that I have. As you see right here, academy, airport, barracks, command center, helipad, recon post. I'm not sure what they all do. It looks like the water's kind of glitching out. Again, this is the beta, so everything's probably going to change. But, see, let's just build an academy. Build. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I just. Woohoo. So now it's building back there. Cool. And then you can see my materials up here, 400. Let's get an airport. Let's build that too. That looks important. Let's build some helipad. Wait, let's do a helipad. It increases credits earned. So these all have like in-game benefits, and I've already like basically upgraded everything, and I've only done 10 battles. So I think you can upgrade them. This is all just like basic stuff. But anyway, look at that. Our base is growing, and obviously they're gonna add more. Okay, I'm going to show you a battle in the beautiful M60 right after this. So, obviously you have the commander and you have your crew, which is something different than World of Tanks, where in battle, instead of just saying, let's go, let's get the show on the road, it'll say, it'll check off the crew, and I think that changes whether you have a female or a male commander, person. So if you have like a female gunner, it'll be like gunner ready. It'll be a female voice instead of a male voice if you have a male gunner. Anyway, you have perks, just like World of Tanks. If it ain't broke, don't fix it again. You have tank stats. And yeah, that's really it. So that's really it. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump to a battle, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so I just wanted to stop the video and make a little announcement that the rest of the video doesn't have any game sound, including the actual gameplay, because the sound wasn't working, because it never does. But anyway, so you just hear my voice, which isn't that bad, but I will be talking as if there is sound, and I'll be talking about how you can hear things, but you can't, obviously. The disappointment is real, and basically when I came to record a new game, because that one didn't have any sound, the beta for Armored Warfare had ended. So, whoop-de-doo. That's my only battle that I'll ever have recorded for Armored Warfare as of the beta. So yeah, proceed at your own risk. Okay, so we just jumped into a battle, and you can see we're on reactor and counter. Wonder where they got that name. And you can see the pre-game loading screen is very similar to World of Tanks, with the names, the tank, and the tiers, and the little tip at the bottom, and the loading bar. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, honestly, how much they've copied, but whatever. So we've just jumped in, waiting for players. As you see, this is everything on Ultra, so you are seeing it as good as it looks, as good as it will look until obviously they make an update. I don't really think it looks as good as World of Tanks, just like with World of Tanks HD textures. I think those are really nice. But I do want to point out something. It just took me a minute and a half to get into a battle with almost 100 people in queue, and it just was unable to, I guess, make a battle for me in less than a minute. And World of Tanks is able to do that in literally a second. So as you can hear right there, they just called out all of their, driver, gunner, loader, and they just called, all their names out, and they were all male, because all my guys are male. But if some of them are female, it would be a female voice there. So we're going to go over here, and we are a tier 3 and a tier 6 battle, and tiers are very, I guess the separation between tiers is much greater than in World of Tanks. Like in World of Tanks, a tier 3 can take on a tier 4. Obviously, it'll be at a disadvantage, but it can still very easily be done. But in this game, a tier 3 is not going to be able to take on a tier 4. You're going to have to be much, 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 much better than the player in the tier 4 tank, just because the tier gaps are much bigger. But anyway, jump into the battle. So again, this is everything at Ultra, and I don't think it looks as good, but I do have a lower with it. So I just guess that's just optimization that just can be solved through just time. Again, this is the beta, or closed access, or whatever they want to call it. So, and you may have noticed something else. The screen looks very similar to the World of Tanks screen. You have players and their tanks and their tiers up in the top right and left. You have like kind of team status up at the top, 13v13 with all the little tanks. You have shell types at the bottom with consumables. I don't have any consumables, so you might not be able to see those. Tank orientation in the bottom left, and the minimap on the bottom right. So, I mean, honestly, it's such a copy. It makes me hurt, but it's still a very fun game, so I can't blame him. So I'm following this MBT 70, which is tier 6, 3 tiers higher than me, which really makes me worried. There we go, 234 damage into him. I'm not sure how good like the armor system in this is, so I don't know if like angling my armor does anything different. But I'm just gonna play this as if I was playing World of Tanks. Ooh, see if I can get this guy. There we go, got another 205 into him. Still have 0 damage done to me. And I just have to show you something. The explosions in this game are really cool. See, like a little shockwave. Oh, so nice. Better than World of Tanks, where it just kind of crumbles, but you know, it's not really a big deal. And you can hear the commander calling out, you know, telling him to load certain types of ammo. See if we can get this shot off. Oh, we hit him. Wow, 242 damage, which is pretty good. And he just shot at me. If you saw me hit that little... Woo! How did I just bounce that? How did I just bounce that? What tier is that? I think there's a tank right there that just became unspotted. What tier is that? T62. T62. That's tier 3, so we're the same tier. So I can effectively kill him. I can find him. Looks like he ran away. That wimp. What a wimp. Come on out, Broski. Oh, we're not. Oh, he's facing like a tier 6. There's no way he's surviving that. Uh-oh, our base. I got him. And that is our first kill. The M60. Well, this tank is stock, by the way, so I don't know how much better it gets if you don't upgrade it, or if you do upgrade it. Let's see if we can get this M41. Nope. But, yeah, so this game, it's very similar to World of Tanks. I like it. I do like the one thing about the maps is that they're not historically realistic. They're just cool. And honestly, this is something I wish World of Tanks would do, is just make cool, awesome environments to fight in. Instead of making, you know, like Prokhorovka, which I'm pretty sure no one likes, but I think it was a battle in World War II, so they just had to put it in. But honestly, I hate it. And I wish they would do more things like Armored Warfare, where they make their maps bigger, which allows for more diversity. I mean, I've been driving around, and I haven't even explored half the map yet. And I just think it's really cool, because light tanks, I feel like in World of Tanks, they don't have a lot of... They're underutilized because of the map size is really small. That's just my impression. But on these, it's just... I just love the maps. I mean, obviously, this is like an unrealistic map. You're like tank fight in a nuclear power plant. Let's see if we can nail this dude. Come here, come here, come here, come here. There we go. 200 damage to him. We've taken 0 damage ourselves. Let's see if we can snapshot this dude. No, he's gone. He gone. He gone. Looks like we're a winning 11-6. Go down this hill. Looks like I'm spotted. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, what a shot. But it ricocheted, unfortunately. See if we can make it down this hill without getting damaged. I've not taken fall damage yet in my mini battles, but... Ooh. Okay, there we go. Look at that. We're so pro. Looks like we're closing in on their final players. Looking good for our team. I have a kill and 0 damage against me. My beautiful M60 patent. I was actually really excited to get this tank because it's like a premium award tank or something for World of Tanks, and I always thought it was really cool, and I never got to play it because I didn't participate in like the tournament or whatever where they gave it away. But now I get to use it in a different game. It's still cool though, and it does look pretty stinking awesome. But back to the game, and as you can see, they definitely kind of took. They saw what people wanted in World of Tanks and definitely put it in this game, such as XVM. There's XVM in this game, basically. It does do stats, but what it does do is kind of the mini-map features, where it'll show the last known location of tanks, which you can do in World of Tanks normally, but I don't think it's quite as clean as XVM. But they do have the view range circles of max view range and then your view range, stuff like that. So they definitely got their inspiration from somewhere, and I think I know where. So they do have a tier 4, tier 5, and a tier 6 left. So I couldn't honestly take on one of them by myself, but luckily we're up by like 6 people. So we Gucci. And I think their VFM5 is like down there in the south in the reactor area because I shot him as he was running away. 8-2. See if we can shoot that. Oh no, it's indestructible. Shots fired. You see that guy lose health? There he is. Hunt him down. This tank is not very fast, so I apologize if this is getting a little dull, but they have 1 tier 4 left. Hopefully we can find him. I do think the UI is a little cluttered. I think there's just a little too much stuff on the screen, but you know, nothing I can do about that. Oh. Did you see that? Loss of speed by a little bump. Looking at this dude. No. Okay, I need to keep going. I mean, we lost like 9 because of a sideways hit. Oh, did you see that shot just came down and absolutely destroyed him. But there we go. Victory in our M60, 0 damage with a kill in the brand new Armored Warfare beta. See if we can go back to the garage, see what we got. Looks like we got 39,000 credits, or whatever you want to call them. 1,382 experience, or whatever they call it in this game. And of course they have the premium price, which you would have received if you had done that. Looks like I gained some stuff from my commanders, and they all have skills that they can get when I do 100 percentile. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and a comment, and please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.